Heimir, I suppose, how's it been here today with some potential stars of the future?
No, it's nice. First of all, good kids. Second of all, beautiful weather. So hopefully, long may it continue to have the sunshine, and everybody is happy in a weather like this. So nothing can outshadow that.
How's the coaching going? What's the standard like there?
It's a mix of girls, boys, and just. Yeah, I think it's a mix of teams here, so it's not the best ones, it's not the worst ones, so it's just a mix, and it's really, I think, it's a good quality. Some good actions I've seen today.
Good stuff. This is obviously the first time we spoke to you since the major news in the last couple of weeks that Marc Canham, the man who of course was part of appointing you as manager, is departing the FAI. Were you surprised by that announcement from Marc last week?
Yeah, I was. And I was obviously a little bit disappointed. He's the man I report to and talk to, and that's the guy I have had the most communication with in the association. So a little bit surprised and disappointed, and most of all because it's a very nice person, and I would say a good friend of mine now after this. So yeah, it's tough to lose him. Hopefully we will recruit a good one instead, but it's big shoes to fill.
You're obviously surprised. Obviously, was it something you seen coming, or did you get a sense of it at all? Or
no, I didn't. I know he's been under fire in the media and everywhere, but I just know that whatever he has been doing, it comes from a good place, and he likes to improve Irish football. Sometimes that involves taking decisions that not everybody like, but it has come from a good place. I know that. So. No, it's for me sad to lose him.
You obviously report to him, like you said. You know what the role is like. I suppose from the outside looking in, supporters mightn't know too much about the role. How appealing a role would it be as we look for a replacement?
Well, that is for the one that wants the job to decide. I don't know much about it in other ways than the communication between me and him. So we'll see. Some
friendlies come up obviously in June. I know you were actively trying to get a few more games under the radar and get them in there as well, but it hasn't worked. Is that frustrating that it's only 2 friendlies as opposed to maybe trying to get a few more in May?
Yeah, so we plan to have 2 games in May now after the end of the championship finishing. So it's a long time from 3rd of May when the championship finish until the 7th of June when we play our friendlies. And because the importance of September, October, November, it would have been nice to play the championship players that are finished 3rd of May and then give them a holiday so they can have a deserved off time because of the importance of the games in September, October, November. But unfortunately one of the opponents pulled out and we couldn't find a replacement, so that was just a shame, but it would have been perfect. But we'll manage and we'll find some solutions on this.
It would have been perfect. Was it close to happening, or?
Yeah, it was close to happening, but it was not our fault. It was just the opponent that eventually said it couldn't play. So
you have in June. You got Senegal to look forward to in Luxembourg. What are you hoping to get from those 2 games?
It was 2 a little bit different kind of opponents. So first of all, probably the best African team at this stage. We've been on a amazing run, and if you look at the results, they just keep on winning, and high quality individuals in that team, and it is going to be a fantastic match, and I know it's going to be a full house in Aviva. Hopefully everybody will enjoy having a team like that, an opponent like that here in Dublin. And then Luxembourg, a different kind of football team. They have been doing really well as well. Impressive how they have been progressing as a nation in football. Almost qualified for the Euros. I think it was Georgia lost to Georgia. Otherwise they would have been in the Euros. And just risen on the FIFA ranking, etc. So impressive coach. The coach has been there, I think, for 12 years. It's unheard of in a national team. So everyone is happy there with the progression. So 2 good opponents, and yeah, it's a good preparation for the World Cup. groups.
Like you said there, the business is going to start later on in the year. Do these 2 games allow you to experiment and all, look at players that maybe you couldn't look at in competitive action? Or
yeah, having the games in May would have increased that option. But yeah, we'll try to do a little bit of looking at new players. But we would like to treat these games with respect. It's really good opponents, and we cannot be experimenting a lot.
I know one player who's kind of stood out here at home in the League of Ireland, I'm sure you've seen him, was Jack Byrne. Of course, he's previously been capped by Ireland. He's got more assists than anybody else in the League of Ireland. Is he a player you're keeping a close eye on?
Yeah, I've seen quite a few League of Ireland matches. Some players have caught the eye. So yeah, we're looking at it, and again, the option of May would have open spots in June. We obviously couldn't have picked the League of Ireland players in May, so it would have open spaces in June. But later on, for sure, we are trying to change a little bit how we do this. A camp in January would, for example, be really good, with good cooperation with the coaches in the League of Ireland. So some after the season is finished or before the next one starts, to have a camp.
So the business end starts not too far away. I know we're here in the sunshine. It is going to be when the weather's a bit not as good as this later on in the year. Are you confident we can maybe secure one of those top 2 places and continue the World Cup dream beyond the group stage?
Yeah, I'm confident. It's been good signs. So last camp was positive in many ways, and I think this group of ours is equal teams. So probably there's going to be point lost for everyone. Now, Portugal obviously is by far the favourites of winning this, but you never know. You never know. First spot is up for grabs, and let's focus on just doing the best we can. Starting well in September, that's the most important.
We're here in the sunshine. It kind of gives you sort of notions about the World Cup. So you're confident we can? Well, not confident. You're hopeful we can qualify.
Yeah, and like I said, it's been good signs. Hopefully, we can build on a good camp last one in June, and then take that into September.
Great stuff. Enjoy the next few weeks. We'll see you in June. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.